And in this series, where you and I will go to a journey to the road to Automation 4.0. So hit your seatbelts tight while we take the beautiful journey. So before, there were the highly advanced algorithm-driven automation technologies such as deep learning with neural network and machine learning algorithm-based shopping and video and television platforms, or those home automation assistants that acts like your friend and listen to you all the time. The early form of automation looked somewhat like this. Yeah, because humans were the ones who were naturally chosen to be smart. And the trade-off of being a smart species, or more specifically becoming a civilization, there comes the needs to be efficient. Because surviving as a civilization comes the needs to produce more than the labor put. Just as a matter of fact, humans are not the strongest among animals. So definitely at that time, the one and only priority of human civilization was to survive at all cost. And as a result of intelligence, we got the gift of technology, which allowed them to build tools one by another. Some of the many early samples of tools that filled the gap of humans' limited strength and the resources were the following. The ancient caterpillars, which is basically the missile launcher of 350 BC, and instead of a rocket missile, it would throw an arrow with springs. And the second, the OG ancient water wheels. These were the energy extraction and automated grinding tool of the 1st century BC, capable of feeding nearly 12,000 people. And the first vending machine of holy water. Pretty neat. And all of these mechanisms fall under the category of automation in one way or another, or they are the first generation of automation tools or automation 1.0. Now, unlike the first generation of automation, which solely relied on mechanism and human energy input, after we advanced to agriculture, these systems became more and more sophisticated with production with as little labor as possible. As we kept getting better at extracting energy, the more we started putting it in action, such as building engines to go to point A from point B, or tractors and mechanical engine-driven farming tools. And on the industrial side, after the Industrial Revolution, there's the need to have more sophisticated machinery systems because at that time, the priority was to produce more than the actual labor put to yield the maximum margin of profit. And this reasonably evolved machines to operate less on human energy but more on extracted energy. But surely those were just the chemical resources because nuclear energy was yet to come and fusion is still yet to show up. And that was the era of when humanity barely just stepped into robotics, but not entirely. And still most of the machinery infrastructure relied on a huge chunk of human input, which without it would be non-operational. These are the second generation of automation, or Automation 2.0. And like I mentioned, tools that were invented under the second generation of automation all had lacked the most important thing, to be able to operate without any human input, or to the least, the operation directed by an automated logical system. Yeah, the past 2 decades were the era when industry started getting completely switched to getting jobs done by robotics, and also one of the first times ever to implement a logical system to drive the whole automation system. Driving this mechanism by a computer through a logical system allowed determined operation by mathematical precision, but the parts of AI such as deep and machine learning still didn't happen to be a thing back then, but would be in rise until the next decade, which resulted in, although by writing programs using statistics and mathematical precision, we could minimize loss, but when nowhere close to generating statements and objects for these programs without the help of a human input. Even to operate these mildly advanced mechanisms, it still took a lot of human resources to operate along with the machines themselves. This is the third generation of automation, or Automation 3.0. It helps making production a lot faster, but still is limited by having the development completely be dependent on human intelligence. And now, what if we could have independent production, development, and interaction system hosted entirely by a logical system without any sort of human interaction needed? Or could use huge data to predict weather, or predict the stock market, or solve some insanely complicated problems by the ease of just pressing a button. Can we do it? Well, friend, we have already stepped into doing it, and all of this being in reality is closer than you think. When these things do come to exist, it will revolutionize the industry for its time. So enter Industry 4.0, which holds unbelievable opportunities and technology that drives all sort of drastic changes, is what we call Technology 4.0. And as a part of it, it is Automation 4.0. This close future that we are about to live is going to be digital. Yeah, exactly. At this age, automation gets divided into many fields of application. Today, we have many types of automation applications. The most important ones are the followings: home automation and Internet of Things. It's not too new that we are integrating hardware and the internet together to make controlling the most portable possible. Things like the MS-DOS extended smart automation system did exist back in the 80s, but the Internet of Things, or IoT, the framework has completely been made open source, meaning that anyone can be able to build an IoT system for their home. And whether you agree or not that in the 21st century everyone should learn to code, but things like the virtual assistants like Amazon Alexa or Google Home provide a solid engine to build developments around, since as a matter of fact the frameworks of their APIs are also open source. One of the other form of automation which holds the most potential is self-driving cars. Unlike home automations, self-driving cars need a lot of juice with sophisticated algorithms, huge datasets, and computer resources to function, as GPUs or graphics processing units are very good with parallel floating point calculation, which helps in deep learning. It is very suitable to drive the self-driving cars. The blueprint for what you need to develop a functional self-driving car can not only operate on self-driving cars, but in all sorts of things, such as waiter bots that will intelligently serve food, or construction, or as a replacement of cops to catch crime and whatnot. While Industry 4.0 seems to have an unlimited potential, we are just stepping into living in the world, so we will know. And what an exciting journey it has been to make this video. I did have a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you also had a lot of fun watching this. If you liked what you saw, chances are you are fascinated by technology. So don't forget to subscribe because a lot of similar videos like this are coming up. This is Alphenstein, and thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.